Yeah. Morning, everyone. First of all, Happy New Year. Morning, my not baby Raphael, but big boy Raphael nowadays, because he can run around now. And cousin Lisa, who's having a hard time. Love you. Anyway, before we start, I'm going to put a bubble of white light protection around ourselves individually and around ourselves as a family soul group that we are. I feel really happy today coming back. It's been a nice rest, but I'm happy that I'm back. And before I go on anymore, I'm actually going to tell you the story of the singing bowls and how I managed to get them, just because I've got new people that come that don't really know everything that's going on beforehand. A few years ago now, my friend Helen Appleton, who owned the Crystal Butterfly at the time, called me downstairs in her shop to show me her new crystal singing bowl. And when I went down, it was like, wow, like the noise out of it was just like, wow. I never really thought that much more about it, but I found myself in Gillingham about 2 weeks later, going in a friend's tiny little crystal shop that he had. And in there was a crystal singing bowl with the letter E for Eileen. Anyway, I thought, I've got to have this. Anyway, so long story short, I bought the bowl, come home. Now, at the time, we were going to sell the boat, and Tony was saying to me, look, I'm trying to empty the boat, and you're trying to fill it up, and all that type of stuff. Anyway, I carried on with him, and then one day, like, because like on the group's Facebook stuff and eBay stuff, he can see what I look at on eBay because we've got the same account. And he was like, what's this set of 7 crystal singing bowls, Eileen? I went, oh, all right, I won't buy them. I'm not filling up the boat and all that game. But secretly, I was lusting after these bowls with a vengeance. Anyway, one day a friend come round and I showed him my one singing bowl that I had, and he had the exact same reaction as what I did. And when he left, Tony went to me, I shouldn't have really told you not to buy the bowls, because at the end of the day, it's your money, you do what you like with it. And I said, watch this fun. And I bought them there and then. Anyway, I've had them for a couple of years, and I always knew I was going to work with them, but I never knew how I was going to work with them. And I was working one night out reading with my other friend, Helen Hall, and I was telling her the story that on a full moon, I go out on my decks and I ring them bowls really loud, because the vibration really is so pronounced at night on the water. And she went to me, I've been trying to wake the kids up and I've never had success with it yet. And she said, but you do realise that what you're doing, you're sending your vibration from the bowls, and that goes through the water. And then it goes through all the waters of the world. And I thought, wow. And then as I started doing these meditations, I got given the tree. Now I understand now that it is the tree of life that we work in. Right, but then I actually understood from the tree, all them vibrations go down through the roots of that tree, and they spread throughout all the earth, right? And then it also goes up through the boughs and out through the leaves into the air that goes all around the world. So these bowls, actually, like any bowl, does so much more work than what you actually realise. And then after all them years, I finally got my work with them. And I'm partly telling you this story because everyone that's in the spiritual world wants it to hurry up, give me this gift, give me that gift, let me be this and let me be that. But your gifts come to you when they're ready to come to you. It don't matter if you've got ready for it, like I did. I bought my bowls ready for the work. The work comes to you when it's time. So it don't matter how impatient you are, what you're supposed to get will never pass you by. It will never pass you by. So if you've got something like I did, got something you don't really know what it's, where it's going to lead you, just have faith, have trust, and you will find that you've got work with it, but only when it's ready to come to you. Anyway, that's my little thing for today. So let's go off on our meditation now. So nice and quiet, get yourself relaxed in your chair. 3 deep breaths before we start. And off we go. And we're walking up our beautiful, beautiful path that we walk up. It's got a canopy of leaves over it, and they're all rustling in the wind. mosquitoes. They're all entitled to be. I've actually stopped killing mosquitoes and moths, so I'm probably going to have no carpets left next year. Anyway, sorry. Off on our path, up the road, taking deep breaths. We feel invigorated by the air that we're breathing. It's a warm, balmy day. And we'll go to our first dustbin, our grey dustbin, where we offload. You've got 2 weeks worth of rubbish to go in that grey dustbin today. So all your worries, all your unnecessary fears, all what you think are your weaknesses, all the things that you think you didn't do it very good, or you didn't do it good at all, or that you never tried to do it and that you want to beat yourself up over it, all them things that you give yourself grief over in your everyday life, put all of those unnecessary fears and worries in your grey dustbin. It don't matter how many you got, the angel's got an unlimited supply of love to transmute those fears back into positive energy. So when you've done that, put that lid on real tight, because these little things got a tendency to want to come popping up into our mindset in the week. And we carry on up our path. There's a beautiful appreciation for life. We really do have an attitude of gratitude for everything that we've got these days. And we're coming past our brown dustbin. Our brown dustbin is the dustbin where we're going to put all the stuff that we're actually really ashamed of. Stuff that we wouldn't tell, not necessarily even our best friend. Something that you've let yourself down with, something you've done, something that was bad, right? Something that you're ashamed of, but you keep it tucked right inside here because it's your truth, and you beat yourself up with that thing not every day of your life, but it's always there in your life. Next week, I'm giving you a week to get ready for this. I want you to go inside this week, have a look at all that stuff, normally childhood stuff that you don't want and that you don't need and that you need to forgive yourself for. That's what we're going to do next week. We're going to put it in the dustbin, the brown dustbin. So, dustbin of secrets, that is. So work on yourself this week. I know it might be painful, but we're going to get shot of it next week. So you can have a newly liberated life without having to beat yourself up all the time. So anyway, we carry on up our path. We ran round the last corner and there's our beautiful tree waiting for us. And it's like you can feel all the leaves rustling, and there's an excitement from the tree as well, because we don't just get the healing from the work that we do, the tree gets it as well. And as it's a tree of life, I think it's a very powerful gift that we are giving back to the tree for all the things that we get from it. So we slip in our little secret entrance, and we give ourselves a physical group hug, because we are a soul family and we are all interrelated in all sorts of weird and wonderful ways. And this week we're being invited to go down into the cave of crystals. So you wend our way down there, drop roots from the soles of your feet, let them wrap around your favourite colour crystal. You don't have to have an understanding of crystals to be attracted to them. So just root them roots round your crystal rock, and then we're going to send as much love and healing and forgiveness to the whole world. The whole world, every single person in it, whether they're good or bad, whether they're a tyrant, whether they're needy, doesn't matter who it is, without prejudice, without any sort of feelings of guilt that we're actually giving our love to despots and tyrants, because it's not like that. We need to give unadulterated love to absolutely everyone in the world, and sometimes the despots and the tyrants, they need it more than anyone else, because their vibration is so low that we've got to give them love and healing to help them to lose all their horrible things that they do to each other. So I'm going to leave you just doing that nice and relaxed love, healing and forgiveness to absolutely everyone and everything, whether it's animal, plant, everything in the world's going to get our love and our healing today, and I shall leave you doing just that. And now it's time to come back. Nice and relaxed. Unfurl those roots that have wrapped around your crystals. And we bow to the crystals and we thank them for amplifying the work that we do and helping to spread our love and our healing and our forgiveness right around the world. And we walk back up into the main trunk of the tree. And we give each other another family soul group hug. And we congratulate each other for the fantastic work that you've all just done. Even though you can't see this on a tangible front, just know that everything that you're doing helps. Don't matter whether it helps a big bit or a little bit, as long as it helps. And we come out of our tree. We're so happy today for being able to do the work that we do. And we walk down our path. There's a lovely lightness to our steps today. There's appreciation for our life, for being alive. Even though it's very difficult at the moment, we're still alive, we're still here. And we went past the brown dustbin of secrets, where we know we're going to come next week, because next week we're going to release all our old stuff and our serious stuff as well. And then we carry on with our walking past the grey dustbin. Thank you, grey dustbin, for being in our life, because it's just so wonderful to have such an easy tool to get rid of all our rubbish with. So there's an appreciation for that as well. And we carry on back down the path. We appreciate all those bunnies and the birds' song. It's such an important thing in our life, that bird song. And only when you haven't got birds you realise about it. Until we come back, until we're back in the seat that we started our journey off in. Nice and relaxed, 3 deep breaths. Bring yourself back to the here and now. You're back? I will do this here. Thank you so much for doing this work. You don't realise how fabulous that you all are. Right, cards for today. Cards for today, I've got James Van Prague's Soul Journey, or Soul's Journey, and that card is a card of trust. I trust that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. I'm always saying that to you. Trust what you get inside. Stop ignoring those feelings that you get, and if it don't come to you written on a bit of paper in black and white, you are just going to have to employ the feeling of trust. You're trusting that you're getting what you need to know, and don't put obstacles in that way, and don't talk to yourself out of your own intuition, because it's spot on. And the second card I've got is the Spellcasting Oracle cards, which I find really beautiful, and that is a card of protection. Now I know we put a light of protection around us when we start, and there are schools of thought that don't believe in putting protection around you, so it's up to you individually for this one. But this protection is about keeping yourself safe outside there, right? It's about, again, trusting your intuition, whether you're in a safe place or whether you should really take yourself back out of the situation and review what you're thinking of doing, because life is very precious. And I know lots of people don't sort of think that COVID even exists, but it does. It's just that some people are lucky enough not to get it fiercely, but all those other ones that do get it fiercely would beg to have a difference about that. So, and that actually brings me on to what I would call your task for this week. Right, I try to give you something that raises your vibration, that brings you up spiritually. And this week, I'm going to ask you to put other people's beliefs before your own. For all those people that totally disagree about this COVID, I want you to be kind and thoughtful to the others who do believe it, right? Even if you don't believe it yourself, I want you to wear your mask, not for yourself, but for other people, for our nurses, for the people that are working that need to keep themselves virus free, right? And even if it saves one person from going in hospital, that's valuable work, right? But it is actually doing something for someone else that you actually disagree with. So it's putting, their needs and wants ahead of your own, even though you don't believe it. I want you to just do this thing for other people so that they can get the benefit of the doubt of whether it's real or not. So can I ask you to do that? Just put on that mask, grin and bear it. If it makes other people feel safer in their life because you've got your mask on, you've done good work. So again, it's putting other people's needs and wants ahead of your own, and especially more difficult because it's something you disagree with. So it's a real task for your psyche, if you want to call it that, and I'm sure that we can all do this. So that's your task for this week. I bet you wish I never come back now, didn't you? Anyway, to our beautiful nurses and doctors who are under immense pressure, because I've got friends that are nurses, like Penny. You're all working so fantastic for us because you know what you're going into work for. And these people, they don't do it for money. They don't do it, I mean, obviously they need their wages, which are minute, but they do it for love. They do it for love, and they set us such a fantastic example of what life should be, that we've got to follow them and we've got to help keep them safe. All right? Even if you don't believe it, you've got to help everything that you can to keep all of these people, not just the nurses and the carers and the cleaners, but the dustmen, the shop workers. They've been out right through this pandemic working, right? So big, huge thank you of love and appreciation for you all, and we give you all our love and our support that we can, and we're all going to wear our mask just for you. So right, let's get ready to go now. Shut down your energy centres. Don't shut them, just wend them in. So your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your solar, your sacral, and your root chakra. Just wend those things, because we don't want you going out all ready for work when you're just going out just outside. Look out for each other out there. Look out for each other and care for each other out there. And don't forget Mother Teresa, spread love wherever you go. Let no one come to you without leaving the happier for meeting you. This is my new thing in life. It's just such a simple thing to do. A simple thing as an infectious smile. You just smile at someone in the street, they could be in the right doldrums, the worst depression ever, and that will lift their spirit like you've given them 10 grand. Anyway, so I've been doing live readings. I'm going to do them on a weekly basis now. Only short little mini readings, which I find really fascinating, and also I will give you notice when that's coming on, but hopefully you'll come to this next Monday about noonish. Like every week we'll be doing this. I'll also put them on YouTube under Eileens Crystal Singing Bowl Meditations. If you want to look at past ones, I'll be very happy for that. And if you could share this video, that'd be great. But you know, it is as it is. I absolutely love everything that you're sending me from doing these videos, and I love the work that we're doing together. So thank you very much for coming and being with me yet again. Big boy Raphael, I love seeing you dancing, and I love seeing you clogging away in your new shoes, which I'm sure are very difficult to walk in at first. But love each other out there. Love unlimited. As soon as you get out there, open that heart chakra out. Give as much love and healing to everyone you can. But put your protection on first. Put your cloak on. Put your hood up so that you feel safe when you're doing your work, because that's what it's all about. Thank you very much. Thank you for Tony, my big bowl bonger, who I couldn't do this work without him. Love you all. Take care. Look after each other and look out for each other. See you next week. Bye.